evening to all of you out there that are watching. We hope that you are staying safe and keeping warm. Thank you so much for joining us. And viewers, you still have a chance to register online in order to qualify for the 300 Rand lucky draw prize. So please go ahead and do that now if you haven't done so already. Our Talk the Talk topic for today will be about the Alfa Giulia Quadrifoglio. And who better to educate us about this this vehicle other than our very own CEO, Andre Potgieter. Why? Because Andre spent many years of his career with the Alfa brand. But before we get into that, I'd like to first tell you a bit about Women Talk and our incredibly exciting initiative. Women Talk is all about educating, encouraging, and empowering women to be strong, independent, and open-minded when wanting to buy or maintain your vehicle. Well, women buy approximately 54% of the cars in South Africa and influence almost 84% of all vehicle purchases or decisions. And yet, most women dread, yes, they simply dread the car buying process. With good reason, I think, we often get ignored or patronized or just plain ripped off at car dealerships. And this, I speak from personal experience. This is also one of the core reasons I started this initiative. Many women are turning to their social networks, both online and offline, for vehicle recommendations, maintenance, advice, and honorable, trustworthy suppliers. So that is why we at Women Talk know exactly what it is that women want when car shopping. And after years and years of research and working closely with manufacturing OEMs, dealerships, and consumers, we know that women embrace the practical side and focus on safety, reliability, and comfort. We found that most women are also a little less brand loyal than male car shoppers. And of course, female car shoppers want to know exactly how many grocery bags they can fit in the boot and how easily is it really to install a car seat into the cars they're considering, well, amongst other attributes too. We at Women Talk want to get into the minds and hearts of every single woman decision maker in South Africa when it comes to them visiting a dealership to buy a car. We want women to know that they can always rely on interpersonal recommendations from us as to who they should work with on this important purchase, and thereafter when taking care of after sales issues. Our intention is not only to advertise and display accredited and trustworthy, reputable dealerships. And this is what we are sincerely prioritizing, and we definitely pride ourselves in our pursuit to find the right stock for our dealers and followers, and yes, you, our viewers, too. So please do continue to follow us, continue to support us, and please tell your friends and family about us too. And now, without further delay, let's welcome Andre to our discussion. Welcome, Andre, and how are you on this very cold evening?
Evening, Dash, evening viewers and listeners. Yes, I got some pictures from the Free State, and the Malutis is white of the snow. And I can definitely feel it here in Pretoria. I'm definitely sitting here with, it's a bit chilly outside here. And but yes, winter must come so that we can get the good rains and have an awesome summer again.
That's great, Andre. And you spent many years with the Alfa brand, right? And so first and foremost, please tell us more about what you feel is unique about the Alfa Giulia Quadrifoglio.
Yes, I was blessed to my last dealer principal position where I was with the FCA brand, and I had the privilege of going to the launches and quite a bit of product knowledge training on the Quadrifoglio, the Giulia. And yes, this is a car that's very unique, and I'm really going to touch on a few things. I could keep you here for many hours. The heritage of Alfa, they're 106 years old. And Alfa is a driver's car. Everybody knows it, and they love it. the people that once bitten by the Alfa bug, you will never leave an Alfa. So on the Giulia Quadrifoglio, it's got a 2.9 liter V6 engine, aluminium engine with a 90 degree to the cylinders. A very important feature that no other vehicle, sedan has in the world at this stage, is what is called a carbon active aero splitter. That is in the front bumper of the vehicle. So when you drive and you get above 100 km an hour, the little splitter at the bottom pops out and it reduces your drag by 0.001. And that brings out that your vehicle's more stable on the road. And though this is a sports car, it's a safety feature because doing way over the legal limit, you want as much downdraft as you can get. A few other things. It's the only sedan in the world that's got a carbon fiber drive shaft. That's all to do with the weight and with the perfect balancing, getting more performance. It's got aluminium doors, and it's got carbon fiber bonnet and a carbon fiber roof, and an all aluminium suspension. Now, all these things was designed for over quite a few years with the best of the best. And they got into that, producing this absolutely magnificent car. And on the interior side, the one very, very nice thing that I loved about this vehicle, it's got a 14-speaker Harman Kardon system, which has got 900 watts. Now, that's really enough to have an awesome party with your vehicle if the DJ's system packs up. So there's just a few, but I could keep us going for quite a bit on this fantastic.
Indeed, Andre, this Giulia sounds like an exciting and I must say attractive addition to the Alfa family. So I see that there's also a relevant world record broken by this car. Can you maybe elaborate more on that for us?
Yes, that is one of one of our highlights, and that's a video that I must have watched 20 times, if that. The well-renowned and sometimes dreaded Nürburgring in Germany is one of the vehicle icon testing tracks in the world, and the Giulia Quadrifoglio did it in 7.3 seconds, which is the fastest for any production sedan up to last year. And I've compared one or two things. That is exactly the same time as the Porsche 911 Turbo S did. And then it's faster than the Ford Shelby GT 350. And I mean, that is astounding. And that's a family car, a sedan where you can cruise 60 or 160, which is illegal. And they still drive it on the tracks, which is brilliant for this vehicle.
Thank you for that. It's impressive, I must say. So, Andre, you've had the pleasure of testing this Giulia on the Swartkops track, right? Tell us more about the experience.
In my 30 years in the motor trade, this was definitely one of the top 3 experiences I've had. Well, it was absolutely astounding. Firstly, Alfa or Fiat FCA South Africa treated us like kings. And then they put us in the vehicles, and then we started driving them. The vehicles are absolutely brilliant. The road holding is definitely one of the absolute best I've ever driven. These vehicles come with a patented, what we call Alfa Link system. That is a front double wishbone with virtual steering axle and 4 rear half links at the back. Now, it's a mouthful. I know it's a mouthful, but what this does, it absolutely keeps the vehicle in line when you drive. When you do cornering, it is brilliant. It is, if you drive the vehicle and you've got a little bit of experience, the vehicle will make you forgive what you are doing. On the power side of the vehicle, here at Highveld, we tested it in Centurion Swartkops racetrack. The kilowatts, 375 kilowatts at 6,500 RPM. And then more impressive, and that's what we feel here at the Highveld, is the astounding 600 Newton meters of torque from only 2,500 up flat to 5,000 RPM. You've got that maximum torque. Now that makes this vehicle propel like a jet, if I can compare it to it. Absolutely astounding. And then the braking system of the vehicles is absolutely up to scratch. You can have an upgraded system fitted, but for us, the normal people not driving on Swartkops every day, not having that exhilaration, getting out of the vehicle, trembling all over because of the adrenaline and the absolute fun you had. We will not ever get to the capabilities of this vehicle, but it is definitely brilliant.
Oh, well, really, that sounds utterly exhilarating. But I think many need to know, would you say that the Giulia Quadrifoglio can be driven as an everyday family vehicle?
Yes, without a doubt. I had the privilege of driving one for a week or two on the road as a company vehicle, and it is like a sheep in wolf's clothing, definitely. The vehicle's got an 8-speed ZF gearbox with 4 settings. You've got a race dynamic race setting, a natural setting, and then advanced economy setting. For us, I usually drove it in the advanced economy setting, where we got a brilliant fuel consumption of about 8.7 liters per 100, which is for a vehicle producing 375 kilowatts and 2.9 liter V6, which is very fuel efficient. And then the vehicle, though it's a sports car, it doesn't give you that hard, bumpy ride that every nick in the road you feel. You will definitely capable of driving it normal as per any vehicle. The only thing you must definitely be careful with is the front scoop. It is extremely low. That's front scoop, which helps you with the road holding. So that potholes, things like that, you better prevent it. It can cause damage to the vehicle, but if you take that into account, and one other thing which is I think important for everybody, not just our viewers and listeners, is that this vehicle's got a Euro NCAP 6B rating, which is the top at this stage in the world, and so it's far ahead of its time, and some of the competitors are not even close to us there.
You sound like you still work for the Alfa brand here, Andre. So
yes, if I could afford it, it would definitely be standing in my garage.
Okay, thank you so much, Andre. But before you go, can you perhaps update our viewers on the progress of our new vehicle listing page? What type of marketing strategies do you currently have in place for Women Talk? And maybe also, as a retired dealer principal of 32 years, what is your opinion about operations regarding motor in South Africa post-COVID-19?
Yes, our marketing activities, we will be attracting and attacking all the online media platforms. We're busy on Facebook, we're doing the YouTube, we're going to get LinkedIn, we're busy with. We'll be doing the Twitter, all those things. We're going to do a bit of dealership advertising itself to dealers through emails and mail shots and SMSs, just to let everybody know out there, we are there to care and to make sure our readers as well as our dealer support get the best deal. We are out there to make sure they get to each other and have peace of mind to purchase, either sell or purchase from each other. And you briefly mentioned in the beginning, people, especially ladies, are not educated to purchase vehicles, and they sit in front of a salesman. He or she knows she must sell, so what they do, they tell people what they want to hear, and sometimes it is not to the better for the person purchasing a vehicle. So we are going to be out there attacking all these platforms and make sure that the dealers, as well as our viewers and readers, can contact somebody if they've got a concern that we can and will address for them.
Oh, thank you, Andre, so much for joining us. And I thank you viewers for listening in. Please remember to register online to qualify for the lucky draw. Remember, you will only be eligible to win the voucher if you had registered. When you
There's one thing. I just want to say something.
Sure.
I didn't finish there on the previous topic of what we think is going to happen after lockdown.
Please tell us. Please tell us.
I was thinking about how can I explain this, or my thought, well, how I can explain this. So I was thinking, take South Africa as a puzzle. Now you've built this nice puzzle. That was now, say, up till end of February 2020. Now today, you've still got the outlines, but inside everything is taken apart.
Yeah.
That is, I think, what the motor dealerships and the motoring world in South Africa is going to be like. We will have to find new ways to beat the new norm. We don't know what the new norm is going to be. We don't know. We just trust that, and we plead that the dealers that see the glass half full come up with brilliant ideas, because they will be the survivors. They will be the guys supporting us. We will be supporting them. They will be supporting the buyers. And those are the people that we need. Everybody at this stage. There's not one dealer in South Africa that's not stressed out about the situation. We don't know when we're going to start, the dealers. The manufacturing of parts, the manufacturing of vehicles, that's going to start 4th of May. But the dealers don't know. The dealers' employees do not know. They are all in a buzz. There's about 60,000 plus dealer people working in the motor industry in South Africa, directly, not indirectly. Those people are unsure. So I think what's going to happen real time is that people will have to go visit dealerships on appointments. If you purchase a new vehicle, you're going to phone a salesman, you're going to tell them you're going to be there ABC time. You most probably going to come there with knowing exactly what you want, maybe changing an option or two. They're going to order the car and you're going to wait for the car to come. Pre-owned, it's a different story, but I think the people still going to go on appointments. I want to see vehicle A, B, C, D. The salesman's going to get them out. I don't know what they're going to do with the demo situation, because I don't know if you can be 4 or 5 cars by that, people in the car by then. You know, at this stage, it is a concern. I don't know how they're going to address it, but somebody have to come up with a clever idea. And then seeing the F&Is. F&Is will not be seen as walk-in. Definitely not. Those ladies or men on the F&I, they will be seen literally only on appointment. If you miss it, you're going to come another day. So that's the other thing. And then I was looking at our stats on our Facebook and internet, and I see that our visiting hours, people seeing on the site, is in the mornings from about 8 till 12, and then it slows down, and then from 11 at night it shoots up, and then it stays there almost till 5 o'clock in the morning. So yes, I think people are definitely browsing for cars, but they are browsing for good buys. They are not browsing just to see cars. So advertise now if you want to sell cars as soon as the system allows us and the lockdown is over. That's my humble opinion.
Absolutely. I just detected a bit of a sales pitch there. Well done, Andre. But I just read something today with regard to the manufacturers going back, or the OEMs that are going back to work on the 4th of May, being level 4, and the dealerships only going back at level 3. Doesn't the OEMs and manufacturers work in line with with the dealerships, because the dealerships are the resellers of the parts and I mean services in terms of parts needed from OEMs or cars being manufactured have to obviously filter down through to the dealerships, and dealerships are still closed. How's that going to work?
Okay, there's two sides to the question. The one is, let's start with that. That's the one I'll discuss first. That is the full production of vehicles. Okay, the vehicles are manufactured. The various OEMs have different ways of distributing, and they've got different policies and procedures on that. What will happen now is they will manufacture the vehicles, and they will store them on the storage facilities at their premises for the vehicles. That's what they will do now, because the dealers are not allowed to be on site, so they cannot receive vehicles, they cannot check it, the risk, everything went down offloading the vehicles. That's just too much.
Yeah.
So the stockpile will be uploading there at the various facilities. So the day that they say the dealerships are going to open, we will be seeing vehicle carriers. It's going to look like trains running up and down. They're going to be literally 24/7. They'll have 2 and 3 shifts a day. So that is what's going to happen. On the parts side, some of the dealers that was sanctioned to assist now with the people that's on the list that can take the vehicles to dealers, they're running out of parts now, servicing parts, clutches and those type of things. So the manufacturing of those parts is also brilliant, because they can then send it now to the dealers, but it's limited. It's not every dealer. There were a few selected, and they were sanctioned to support. And the rest of the parts then also be stored. So the same thing will happen there, that the minute that the dealerships actually open, there's going to be vehicles on the road delivering parts and stuff like we haven't seen. And the parts department then is going to have to pull up their socks, and the service departments.
Yeah, I assume so too. So upon returning from lockdown, we are definitely going to be very busy, which is a good thing, because right now this idling around is not really what we all want, and it's not what we actually really are comfortable with. I think 90% of people want to get back, and you know, I think it's going to be a good run. I think we're going to get back stronger, and well, maybe I'm just being optimistic, but yeah, let's see what happens. Thank you again, Andre, so much for joining us. I think you're going to be back with me next week up until lockdown is over, to do the lives with me, and yeah, we'll choose the cars that you're very passionate about, so that you know more, you can share more of your knowledge, and also your expertise and your experience that you have within motoring South Africa. So thank you once again, and
thank you, Des.
see you next week.
Thank you to the viewers, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you. So listeners and viewers, remember, you will only be eligible to win the voucher if you had pre-registered. I've had tons of calls last week and viewers asking me how this is possible, that they haven't been chosen. But this week, we are going to have a live, transparent lucky draw right now, right here. So when you pre-register for the live broadcast, you receive an entry into the lucky draw, but only one entry per person, people. So the winner is chosen randomly from the registrations database on a weekly basis. So guys, good luck, and here we go. We'll now spin the wheel. Oh, wow. And the winner is, congratulations to France. I think I didn't get the name. Sorry, what was the name there? Okay, it's France Camphor. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Well, congratulations. Our facilitators will be in contact with you in order for you to claim your prize first thing tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Viewers, once again, thank you so much for joining us. I bid you a warm, hearty farewell. Please stay at home, stay protected, stay safe, and have a fantastic evening further. Thank you very much.